I have no idea what shared experiences are because I'll say things like, we've all been attacked by a monkey before, right? And people will be like, no. So I just. Hey everyone, Kyle from Cosplays from Trash, and I just got back from OMG Con, which is in Owensboro, which apparently that's where Johnny Depp is from. But OMG Con is actually one of the longest running cons, and I guess longest running sizable cons in America. Like, there's not that many that can say they've been there for 20 years, especially in a post-COVID world. Ooh. It was a spooky theme, but you didn't know that, so that just sounded weird. I really like guesting at cons. It's a really fun experience. I'm going to be at Con next week. And instead of going through like the extreme minutia of all the cons, I thought I'd just show some behind the scene footage and kind of talk about it a little bit. This will be largely unedited because they'll just let the clips speak for themselves. I'm always honored when I get invited to be a guest. Typically when you are a guest, you will have a table, you will kind of advertise yourself, and you are part of the entertainment. That involves, at a bare minimum, roughly 10 hours of things. So between the cosplay contest and providing panels and just being at your table, where we also have some wonderful games that play for free, get free prizes, just kind of another activity you don't have to pay for. You are put to work the whole weekend, but they do pay you, so it's like... They took all of us cosplay judges out for dinner afterwards, which was great. We went to a Mexican restaurant. There's a reason why we went to a Mexican restaurant. So a huge thanks to Patreon, not only for the financial and emotional support, but also just, speaking plainly, you do have to have some sort of online presence and following to be a guest at a con, because typically they want semi-famous people there in some capacity. If you don't have any online presence and you don't have any activities and you don't do anything, like you won't get invited to cons. Like, that just think about it, that makes sense. There's a lot of great things that we did, and I'm really happy and honored to be able to do this and do this as my job. Typically, cons are a Friday, Saturday, Sunday event, with the main bulk of things being on Saturday. On Thursday, Ryan showed up at my house, and then we went to pick up Tyler.
Wow, that's terrible. Let's go beat up Tyler.
Let's raid their house.
And we found a cat. That was cool.
Oh my gosh, you didn't
Rolled right over. That's not Tyler. That one's Tyler, but you know Tyler. You should adopt him and name him Hormel Chili.
say. Okay, is that your new thing?
Yeah.
The belly rubs. Oh my goodness.
Hey, there's a bug. Oh, and the cat.
Opening ceremonies kind of seem a little bit dorky if you don't know what they are, but it really is just, hey, you're at this con, you don't want to read things, or you've read and you're like, I don't know what any of this means, who are these people? It's a chance for a lot of the guests or other things like that, some of the entertainment, to advertise themselves for the weekend so you know what to get excited for or what to do. Since all three of us went on stage, I don't have our opening remarks, but it's basically, we're Cosplays from Trash. Tyler and Ryan are my little goblin assistants, and I'm head goblin. I don't know.
Amazing. I've been coming this is my fourth.
One of my favorite panels to run is How Does the Pokemon League Work? If you don't know anything about Pokemon games, most of the games are pretty similar, where you just try to get stronger throughout the game. It's incredibly convoluted in each game. Part of the panel is just to laugh at the fact that they say it's kind of the same, but it's actually wildly different rules every time. I've changed the name of the panel a couple times, but it's something always along the lines of the totally immutable, consistent rules of the Pokemon League that never change across generations. Totally, we promise they're the same.
We're quickly abandoning all rules. This world is not a world that I would want my kids to be in at all.
One of the other cool events that I got to run is I got to run a miniature costume contest. My other fellow judges put on something called Cutthroat Cosplay. If you're ever familiar with Cutthroat Kitchen, it's basically the same thing. You were trying to build a cosplay in a short amount of time, and everyone else can sabotage you. Not only the judge, but I was also part of the sabotages, where I would go around and when I appeared, we had to, basically do dances to just hey, you have to stop for 30 seconds. We stopped by a distillery. Tyler likes bourbon. I think that this means Tyler does not have taste buds. That's my only or Tyler just wants to have their mouth on fire. I think bourbon tastes not so great. Typically there is at least one professional photographer there. This is really great because they often offer weekend deals. So if you have multiple costume changes, it's really great to have a bunch of photos where all three of us could be in it with a nice background and a photographer who knows what they're doing, because I don't.
Your phone actually shows the rainbow effect really well, and I'm jealous. It's the only time I've ever seen a phone actually capture the rainbow effect.
I talk a lot about cons being third spaces, and sure, there is a admission fee of you have to pay so that we can have the building and stuff like that. But once you're inside, I like to not have very many things that cost money. Saturday, I dressed as one of my favorite costumes. This costume is very frumpy. I basically sweat material and an old t-shirt, but that's not the point. The main panel that I run at pretty much every con is how to make costumes out of trash, where I just go through the ups and downs of making costumes out of trash.
Every time I go to your house or Ryan's house, I'm just like, can I have that? Can I have that? People have actually come up with this con and just handed me trash and say, make something from this. Like, please, I have so much trash. I don't know what to do with all of this.
I was really excited that a fan drew an Ivysaur for me, which is my favorite Pokemon. I am mildly obsessed with it in every capacity, way, shape, and form. Both Tyler and Ryan were able to run their own panels as well. Ryan's panel was all about identity and basically a self-reflection. Obviously, we are all at cons to just kind of enjoy ourselves and be, you know, as you're like talking with other people, you are coming from incredibly different walks of life, and it's just a nice way to say, like, you know, we may be very different, but there's all something that we can enjoy, which is a con together. That's a 10-second overview, but it's actually a really great panel. Cosplay judging is also really fun. It is exhausting just to be scrutinizing people's costumes, being locked in a room for 5 hours, and then judging them again on stage.
This is something that's said literally at every single cosplay contest ever, but our contestants did not make it easy for us one bit. Everyone was so amazing tonight. Wonderful.
Is this on?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Well, any of the judges' panels, there's...
Eat it.
Eat it, I'll eat the
Yeah.
In the judges' panel, there's like a long hallway. It almost looked like a catwalk, and I kept turning around and, gasp, that's a really good costume. 5 minutes later, gasp, another good costume. So it was really hard.
Let's get started.
All right, first we're going to start with our judges' choices. These are the awards that we get to be a little bit biased about and choose somebody who really stood out to us personally. My judge's choice...
Obviously like doing it, but I slept very well on Saturday night.
You were probably better than you think you are. Everyone's so down on ourselves, and there's so much negativity online. So this cosplayer, I think that they don't think they are as good as they actually are. They are fantastic, and they deserve all the credit in the world. Freenan Astrofox Cosplay, please come up, your intermediate.
Typically, there are 3 categories: beginner, intermediate, and master. And there's normally like a prize or 2 or 3 in each one of those categories. I always love giving out a Judge of Choice award afterwards, where it's up to completely the discretion of the judge. Typically, it is a high-quality craftsmanship costume, but there's also other elements in it.
So for my Judge's Choice Award, I already talked about how I was gasping a couple times. I think that as soon as I saw this person when I walked in the building, gasped, immediately got a photo, and then when they were in the costume contest, I was blown away the more I looked on everything. This integrates so many good elements of the costume. It also has like family heritage ties to it. The makeup is done beautifully. They're like extremely vibrant colors. There's pieces on this that actually work and light up, and it's also very accurate to the movie. And the best thing is when you start picking up things, you're like, that's a hidden detail, that's a hidden detail. And I encourage you to look at this costume and just like, if you've ever not cosplayed before, like see how ambitious you can be, because this is absolutely beautiful. And also because of like, you know, she's already getting ready, so go ahead and come up here, Donna Luna. It is all yours. We'll do a round of applause in a second. Well, sorry for the very bulky costume through that narrow place, but especially in a kind of harsh political climate, I am very proud of my Mexican heritage, and seeing this and celebrated in a place, I want to give audience as much praise as possible. Oh, also, this book was hand-painted and functions as a purse. Can you please open this? Like, everything when you look at this, you're like, this needs to...
There was a cosplayer who cosplayed a character from Book of Life, La Muerte, and it's just something that really resonated with me. It's a very well done costume. I think that it's awesome when people get to celebrate their heritage and influence that in the, you know, costumes and everything like that. Obviously, with my Mexican heritage, I really like having that pronounced, and simply existing is sometimes seen as a crime to some people, which is terrible. This being celebrated on stage is really great, and obviously it was a very well done costume. She did an amazing job of making this, so all that together, that's why I won my Judge's Choice Award. But don't worry, even though I was busy the entire weekend, don't worry, we got some fun with karaoke. Tyler, Ryan, and I sang we roll down streets of fire. I am not good at singing, but it's a really fun song to sing. That's what I love about panels. Basically anything that is slightly nerd related in any capacity, it's really fun to like talk about all these things, and even if it's a really niche concept, it's a great place to see all this stuff. But with Sunday being more of a chill day, I have more time to get some more photos. I'm really bad at video games, like really bad.
Look at this nerd playing games like a nerd. What? Nerdy games.
I'm very bad at video. I feel a little validated that this is not a favorite game in the Sonic community because I really hate moving diagonally.
You winning, son?
No, I got a ring. Closing ceremonies are fun as well because it's like a, hey, farewell, just it's another chance to like show off costume and just say goodbye to everybody.
And last but certainly not least of our cosplayers, can I get cosplay trash? Will you come up to the stage and say your goodbyes?
One of my least favorite phrases in the entire world is last but not least, because that implies that someone else just sucks, right?
Hello, everyone. I just want to say I'm so honored to be here. My first time at OMG Con. Thank you for having me. I had other jokes prepared, but I would like to say every time I hear last but not least, that implies that someone else is least. So at least it's not me. But really, I'm really happy. I'm happy. The rest of my team is loading up the car, but they wanted to say thank you for coming to our panels and talking about cosplay with us and playing games and everything, even if our duck at. Also, want to give. Oh, y'all are over there.
Oh.
It's not really much different than like next up and last we have Kyle, but don't worry, he isn't the ugliest one here. It's like, okay, so you're calling someone else like that's just. I know what the intention behind it is, but it's a stupid phrase that we should remove from common. It just really does. I really like cons just as an attendee or as a volunteer, but my favorite part about cons is definitely being a guest, just because I know that I get to provide a lot of entertainment, and I like to see people's reactions to, hey, trash is really cool and we can do things with it. Especially since I have a really great team that comes from a pretty diverse background and we can bring a lot to a con. Overall, it's a really fun experience where you just come exist and you don't really have to justify your existence. You can just be. And thank you so much for watching. And I hope this video, even though it was a little more just like longer form videos of like some, kind of too many jump cuts when I'm just talking on stage, really appreciate it. So thank you for watching and I will see you next time. The month of, Pride Month may be over, but it's always Pride Month in our hearts. That sounded dumb, but you know what I meant. The monkey thing, I was like 14 at an illegal zoo in Miami. Don't worry about it. It was complicated. I didn't choose to be there. I tried to feed a monkey leaves because I was 14 and the monkey attacked me. Thankfully, the monkey didn't get me because my dad was there. He was really mad at me, but looking back, I would be mad at my child if my child was like, hey, like being attacked by him. I want to blame children, but like I should have been old enough to know not to try to feed a monkey at the legal zoo. I don't really like blue raspberry stuff, but I'm drinking this because it's free. I pretty much like all flavors and stuff. I don't really like the flavor of beets is okay, but that like it releases this like beet gas in your mouth or like the beetness cover. Like, I don't like the scent, like, taking over your senses. Like, beets are okay. I don't like jelly-filled things. Yeah, I don't want to bite into something that's solid and then goop fly out. That's disgusting. I don't really like blue raspberry things. You already know how I feel about bananas. Can you see? Yeah, you can see, Willard. It's very rare that I don't finish things. It tastes like leachate. Do you know what leachate is? Leachate is garbage juice. Not to be dirty, but when I said tongue-in-cheek, my mind went a place. I don't know what FanFest is. My hair is still cut. Obviously, it doesn't uncut. Well, it grows. I guess that's uncut. Why does that sound weird? Uncut. Oh! Mind in the gutter today, Kyle. Here's Trashy. I can show you a squirrel. It's a literal squirrel. That one turn done did it almost. This light's really bright. Oh, you know that one band? You don't know that one band. Tyler and I have pretty different taste in music. Let me just Google this before I lie to everybody. What drugs? I pronounced it manskin. It's not manskin. Oh, they're Italian? How do you pronounce this? How do you pronounce manskin? So the name comes from Danish and it means moonshine. Apparently the group's bassist is part Danish. Måneskin. That's when I first, well, hold on. Wait, I didn't realize that Frankie Valli and the Funky Bunch, Frankie Valli and the that's different 4C. Woo! Ow! That didn't hurt me. I don't have ADHD.